Welcome to our lesson on while loops. Now, this is going to be a really important concept going forward because we're going to be using loops quite a lot. Now, if you've done any kind of programming before, you will have probably heard the term loop, and that is essentially just, please computer, can you repeat this task? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what we're building out. Now, this is a concept project, so please finish this project first before you get onto the bonus where I show you how to make lasers. Okay? Yeah. So I'm going to run this now and let's see what happens. Bro, so what is happening here? So as we can see, with these three blocks, we have every second the blocks are changing to a completely different color. Now, this is never going to stop. Now, that is really important to know because that is the kind of loop that we're going to be creating today. So if you want something to repeat in your code forever, what you have to do is you have to use what's called a while loop. So while this is true, it is going to continue running forever. So I'm going to show you how to build that now. Now, your challenge is to essentially copy this here. So these three blocks that are constantly changing color. So let's go to this, which one, this one? Yeah, let's go to this one. Okay, so please build at least two, three different parts. Name them because we'll be getting them working together. So let me just get rid of this. Well, name them because we'll be getting them working together. So I have test while and test while one. We're just going to be doing the code inside of one of these, so you can add a script just to one of them. Brill. So now, what we're going to do first is please just make your variables. So bring in all of your properties. So we're going to have just going to call this disco because that's what we're making. We're making a disco floor, and then scripts dot parent. Okay. Now, what we're just going to do here is we're just going to change the color. We're just going to do this real quick. So I want to change this from blue to orange. So I'm going to say disco dot color equals color 3 from RGB, and then let's change it to orange. Then let's wait a second. And then let's add the disco dot color equals color 3 dot from RGB, and then let's do the blue. Right, let's test that, see how that looks. Orange and then blue. Perfect. Right, now I'm going to show you about how to use a while loop. So what we're going to do is we're going to take all of this code here and we're going to surround it in a while loop. So how you do a while loop is you use the keyword while, like this, and then now a while loop will only run if it is true. So right now we're just going to be saying while this is true. In later projects, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to turn the while loop off, but for now, just keep it as true. And then what you're going to do is you're going to use another keyword here, and the keyword is do. So essentially what we're saying is while this is true, then do something. And this, the color changing, is what we're going to do. And now we get a little red line here, and that is just because you need to put the end keyword at the bottom. And just to make it a bit easier to read, I'm then going to just pop in a bit of space there like that. Now let us run this and then tell me what you see. So tell me if there's anything wrong here. Interesting. Okay, so these ones are changing color every second. We know this was working in the past because it went from orange to blue. But now it's stuck on orange. Now, why is that? So let's go back to our script a second. So essentially what's happening here with these three lines is these three lines are on repeat forever. So let me read this, let me translate this in English for you a few times. So we have changed the part to orange, waits 1 second, then change the part to blue, then straight away, without any delay, go back to change it to orange, wait 1 second, change it to blue, then straight away without any delay, instantly go back and change it to orange, and then repeat forever. Now you can probably guess from that what the problem is. This is essentially this. So the problem here is this here. So we are straight away going from orange to blue without any time, and it's happening so fast that the player can't see it. So when you're working with while loops, please remember that you would then have to add a wait at the bottom, just to stop it from sort of instantly working like that. Now, what's going to happen here is we change it to orange, we wait 1 second, change it to blue, wait 1 second, then change it back to orange. Okay, so let us run that now, see if that works. Orange, blue, perfect. Right, now, your challenge is to essentially add the other parts into this and get them working together, get them changing color at the same time. So pause the screen now, have a go at that, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you how to randomize these colors, which is good fun. Welcome back. So what we're going to do is we are going to grab our second part and pop it in. So local disco2 equals workspace dot, and I called this test while 1, but you don't have to call it the same thing. And then we are just going to run through this real quick, and we are just going to change this like that, and then we're just going to add the 2 on here and the 2 on there. Bro, now let's see if that works. Orange, blue, orange. Interesting. Okay, so why is that not working? So it's changing from orange, but why is it not changing back to blue? And I think the reason why, so you have disco 2 orange, disco 2 orange, and that is the problem when you are copying and pasting. So you make mistakes. If you have a mistake and then you copy it, you might not see it. So let's change this to this blue. Now let's try that again. Yeah, so guys, don't copy and paste. Orange, blue, perfect. Right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to do a random color. Now, this is, using random numbers is really useful because let's say, for example, you wanted to do this on your speed boost project. You could then get a random speed. If you wanted to get a random size, you could get a random size. And I'm going to show you how this works now. So the first thing we want to do is I need to create a variable. Oh, sorry. The very first thing we need to do is we need to understand how the RGB numbers work. So a quick reminder, the RGB numbers, there are 3 numbers, RGB, red, blue, and green. RGB, no, red, green, and blue, my bad. They work from between 0 to 255. So essentially, if we wanted a random color, then what we could do is we could then change these numbers to a random number, and then this would work. This would then be a random color. So how we do that is we create 3 variables. So we create one for red, one for green, and then one for blue. Now, what we want here is we want this little function. So we want math.random. And how random works is it takes in 2 numbers. The first number is going to be the smallest number, and I want 0 going here. And then the second number is going to be the biggest number. It does not work the other way around. So what this means is, please computer, give me a random number between 0 and 255. And now what I can do is, if I want a random number, I can just replace that with this variable here. So I'm going to do the same thing for the others. So RGB, so that's green, plus math.random 255, and then let's do the last one, local blue equals math.random 0255, and then let's replace these with green. And then the last one will be blue. And just grab those. And let's just pop these here, and let's pop these below. Well, right, let's try this. Interesting, so that has worked, but as you can see, it's changed the color randomly, but it's not changing it again. Now, why is that? So how this is working, and just one more time, let's see if we do get a random color. Yeah, okay. So we confirm that the color is random, but it's not constantly changing it. Now, why is that? Now, the reason why is, in the while loop, we are changing the color to whatever these numbers are. So let's say, for example, the red one is 200. Because we're making these outside of the while loop, that red variable will always be 200. So the reason why it makes one random color and then just stays there is because we're making these variables outside of the while loop. What we want to do is we want to take these variables and we want to add them to the while loop like that. Because now what's going to happen is every time the while loop repeats, every time the while loop does a loop like that, we're going to get new random numbers. And what this will then do is this will then make our, this will then randomize forever the disco floor. So let's have a go. Blue, light blue, blue again. There we go. Perfect. Right, now, that is the while loop. If you have any questions, please reach out, and please join me in the bonus class where I shall be teaching you how to make lasers, which is using an existing project and then combining it with the while loop. So I'll see you in that one.